Okay, it's time, everybody. Enjoy the show. We don't have jury today. I forgot to write that in here.
That's it. Fuck it, I'm out.
He's moving. He's moving. So we'll do, call now.
I'm giving you an hour and a half of cat, and I'm going to go make some eggs.
Perfect. 710-462. Okay, we'll do call now.
We're doing call now? Cool.
Yeah,
all right.
Not? Little last TMS time.
Be ready with your poignant and clever questions.
Yep. Here's the real question. Hold on a second.
Okay.
If I can find it. Okay, I got to save you this. Hold on. You're going to love this.
Why do I dread that this is something that I said that...
Well, you should maybe... Well, I don't know if you should dread it, but... Okay, here it is. I'm just going to play it for the fine folks at home and you.
Fuck it, I'm out.
There you go. I'm going to use that. I'm going to keep that at the handy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just, you never know when you could use one. A good Brian F.
Yes.
All right.
Put that on your, use that as your ringtone.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. All right, here we go. It's time. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
I just kept hearing it. I'm ducking and everything. I got scared. I dropped my hot pocket.
Pray me a hoagie. Make it snappy.
The Morning Stream. Now gluten-free.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to TMS. It is the morning stream for, what is today? The 30th of March,
the 30th, almost done with March.
Yep.
Because,
one more, and we're done. Then you move on to April, and then April, you get the Easter and the whatnot,
That's right. And we get our Easter quick. We get our Easter this Sunday. So it's not even like... All right, let's settle into April. Let's kind of take stock of what we've got here this month. It's like, all right, we're in April. Easter!
Is it really Easter this week, this coming Sunday?
Yeah, this coming Sunday is Easter Sunday.
Oh, my gosh.
I had those eggs.
That's all. Yeah, he's stoked. He's ready, man. Are you kidding? He's at this new stage where everything is cool and exciting, whereas if you'd asked him 3 months ago, he could care less about a holiday like Easter, but... Something clicked and he understands
that little window
Yeah.
between could care less about things, which
which means Christmas should be interesting, which means he gets to just be excited about everything. Here's the other thing I've noticed about that kid. It's just a delight to be around, never cries, never upset. He's just a sweet little kid. However, most little kids at least have some experience in their young 1 to 3 year range where they get to be in crowds or be a part of a place that's supposed to be quiet, whether that's like at a church or like at a funeral or like at something where you got to keep the kid quiet.
A movie theater.
There's another one, right? And the way the kid learns that is they go to these things and then you're doing a lot of shh, now quiet, shh. You're teaching them when it's appropriate to be loud or not. Because he was born right before the pandemic and there have been no big gatherings for him since then, very few quote-unquote play dates, that sort of stuff. What does that look like when he goes into his first thing where he needs to be kind of quiet? I don't think he can do it.
Right.
He's just going to walk in there going, like he's not going to understand. He says hi to everybody, so,
I wonder if there's a way you can work towards that, right? Like,
yeah, how do I artificially do this?
You could go see an afternoon movie where there's probably only going to be 3 people in the theater and you'll still be far away from everybody.
True, but would I be as motivated to quiet him down when there's less, you know what I mean? Like if there's...
Yes, you should be. Yes. Yes, and that's the problem with America.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know. It's just it's an odd thing I never thought about because when my kids were little, we were always at places where we had to teach them that quiet was important here, and then outside of here you can be loud again or whatever. And
side voices, yeah.
And the thing is, he's pretty. Like if you sit him down in front of Moana, which we did yesterday while he was here for a bit, quiet is a voiceless bird. Just doesn't say anything. Just sits there and watches it and smiles. and whatever. He loves that movie. He sees Maui and gets all excited, right? But he doesn't talk or whatever, so maybe he's fine. Maybe I don't need to worry about it.
You'd probably be fine. Take him to a Pitbull concert because there's nobody making noise or applauding or cheering in one of those.
Yeah, nobody actually applauds at a Pitbull concert. I don't even know why they went.
1, 2, 3.
I assume it's free, right? If you go to Pitbull concerts.
You go see Pitbull, yes.
Yeah, nobody pays for tickets to see Pitbull, right?
Only if it's featuring Ludacris.
Is someone gonna write
My favorite recurring joke, by the way, on Big Mouth.
That's pretty good.
Is Jay's Pitbull featuring Ludacris.
Yeah, I like that as well. But does anybody out there, you gonna write in and go to bat for Pitbull? Is that gonna happen?
I don't think. Well, sure, maybe somebody will, but I really, really doubt it. I feel like that's not a hill anyone wants to die on.
I say bring it on. I'm ready to defend myself and the show against any Pitbull lovers.
You know what? Somebody's gonna write in and say, I saw Pitbull at something in Miami 4 years ago. It was he did a fine job, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Good. More for you.
Yeah. You may have just saved somebody time. The way you just described it is exactly
there you go.
what
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's fine. Yeah. And nobody tell us about how great the dogs are. We know that. We're not talking about the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the man named Pitbull. Okay.
Izzy's a Pitbull, right?
Izzy is a Pitbull. Ripley, who Van calls Rippy, which is fantastic. He is, or she rather, is a Weimaraner, and then Rainer is a strange bat, some sort of large four-legged bat without wings.
Wingless bat.
Yeah, some kind of wingless black bat who smells funny most of the time. Anyway, hey, it's a show. We're going to do one, and we're glad to be here. It's Tuesday. No Justin today, though, but we do wish him well. Winded is back. He's driving today to his final destination, or that is to say his next destination in life, his recently purchased home in Texas. So we hope it all goes fine. Apparently he'll be like literally slamming doors shut in his car as we're talking today. And
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and getting out of there.
Like actually packing things up and loading up the family truckster for the
putting Granny on top.
For the holiday road drive down to Austin.
I want him to play that in the car. He won't, but I want him to.
He won't.
I'm sure they'll talk about nothing but politics on the way, and
sure. I'm sure that's exactly right. I'm sure that's what Ashley wants to do.
I pinged him last night and just said, "Hey, are you? I know you're probably moving soon. Are we anywhere near like wanting to do a show tomorrow?" And he says, And that's all I had for a while. And then later he said, "Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm probably going to be." I'm like, "No pressure. You're good. Drive."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just get on that
That's
road.
why it worked out really well to do the have ANTP's off week be last night.
Yeah, which I stupidly didn't remember. And so I'm like, Brian, where's my files I'm supposed to review? Brian, I was freaking out last night thinking I was going to screw something up.
Thank you for asking me at 4:30 or whatever.
Yeah, it was getting late. Well, it was more like 3 something, But yeah, like I was like, I got to get these done. I got to listen to these. I got to do judging tonight. I'm back. I don't have any plumbing or power outage today. I'm ready to roll.
You know what? You had a perfectly cromulent explanation. You weren't there for the last episode when I issued the challenge. It was a absolutely justifiable question on your part. So
yeah, it all worked out. But I hope he gets there and that there aren't squatters. Mm-hmm. What else? I hope his pipes are good. You know, they had that weird winter thing, so I hope that's all good. Mm-hmm. And what else?
I wish him luck living very close to his podcasting wife, Brian Brushwood.
That's right. And I hope he's okay with the extra dose of country he's going to get down there, like music. It's fine. I you know, whatever. I don't hate country.
Yeah, Austin, though. Austin is...
Oh, they're all over the place, but they got the city
limits. They
limits.
are all over the place.
They got the Austin city limits, which is like all country all the time. And,
definitely not all country all the time.
Oh, isn't it? I thought it was. Isn't that all it is?
No. A lot of great rock and blues bands play in Austin city limits, and it's great. I've played in Austin city limits.
No way, really? What'd you do there?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Played trivia in Austin city limits. 2 times, 2 different years, and Brian Brushwood was there for the year that we took home the top prize.
Well, in my head, it's a thing on TV, and it's only country people. Why?
And if you look at it, you'll see just as many appearances by Lyle Lovett as like I'm trying to think of a good example of somebody, the old 97s or,
Never heard of him.
okay, or a rock band.
Okay, a rock band. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I'm just not going to say something like the Beatles or Led Zeppelin because they've never appeared on there. I'm trying to think of like, Blues Traveler would appear on Austin City
I could see
Limits,
that.
Or
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Blues
would
Traveler
appear
is
on
the one
Austin
with there's the big pepper fat guy, right? What was his name?
John Popper.
John
And,
Popper, not Pepper.
Not fat anymore. 9 Inch Nails has appeared on Austin City Limits.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to F you like barbecued chicken or whatever.
I want to F you in my back of my truck. I want to take you to meet my mother.
There you go. Nice. So, all right. Well, I've cleared that up then. Stevie Ray Vaughan, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, I mean, I think anywhere outside of Austin, you'd be absolutely right. Country music predominant, but Austin, especially all the bars on is it 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue? It's a really, really cool street that's lined with bars with live music going on almost 7 nights a week. Maybe not so much right now, but you go in one bar, you're hearing rock. You go in another bar, you're hearing techno. You go in another bar, you're hearing blues. You go in another one. I mean, it's
Sounds all right.
yeah, it's a great. It's it's the un-Texasest place of Texas.
It's kind of that's the street I always hear about when people talk about South by Southwest. Everyone just congregates down there and
Yeah, 6th Street, I think it is.
rips that
It's
place
funny
apart.
because we have a 6th Avenue, and I that's why I second guess myself. Yeah, Codes from Home confirms 6th Street.
That's right. TVZ Gun reminds us that Texas has defeated COVID, clearly, because they opened everything.
Clearly, yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure there'll be I keep hearing all this. We got everybody. We're close now, so don't F this up. We got this talk of a third wave because people are being dumb shits in the spring. Can we please try to hold back just a tiny bit, a little longer?
The finish line is in sight, so let's screw this up.
Yeah. Can y'all just get your vaccines? Let's beef it up. Beef it a little, just a little bit of beef.
Finally, Colorado this week opens it up to everybody 16 and over that wants a vaccine can get it.
Well, that means you're only 2 weeks behind us. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
3 million people more or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I really want I want to get there, and I don't want everyone to F it up before we get there, is what I'm saying. So,
right.
Can we try not to F it up, everybody? Can we all come together?
Let's try. Please. Can we please?
Hold hands and make it so Brian can successfully navigate his way to Europe this year?
It'd be nice.
Speaking of which, I guess you've been doing all sorts of plans. How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's going well. Last night was basically, instead of watching something that I was planning on watching for recommendals, we laid out the full itinerary of what we want to see, where we want to go. We're starting in Dublin, going counterclockwise around the country, and of course ending back up in Dublin, but seeing the cliffs of Moher. We're gonna go out to Octo, Luke's Island.
Yeah. What's Octo?
Where Luke Skywalker lived and drink walrus milk.
Oh, that's the Walrus Milk Islands. Okay.
Yep, that's
awesome.
the Skellig Michael, which I'm gonna have to send you a link to the video. Let me see if I can find it really quick because it would make for great audio of the show.
Okay.
And I'll talk about it while.
Are you allowed to take porgs home? You're probably not allowed to even touch a porg.
We can take porgs home.
Oh, you can either take porgs nor leave porgs? Is that the plan?
That's right.
Got it.
Oh, Icor, don't worry. We've already we're locking down reservations for it today. We're locking down reservations.
For listeners at home, Icor is in our chat room. That's why Brian is speaking
sorry.
to this disembodied human being.
That's right. Icor. Just in case you think I'm radar all of a sudden talking to Icor on the telephone.
Who was the guy who called it Icor? He had
Sparky.
Sparky. Yeah. Sparky, we're all out of toilet paper or whatever, and you had to get more.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so I sent you a link in our Discord.
We can click that.
Yes.
Here we go. Clicking. Of course I want to open it, Discord. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to play this.
Links are spoopy.
Here we go. Visiting Skellig Michael, a safety guide from the OPW.
Yes. I'd say jump. You'll get some beautiful aerial views.
And negotiate these steps safely and without undue difficulty. However, if you are particularly unfit, have vertigo, or are compromised medically, you may find climbing these steps difficult or beyond your capabilities. Skellig is not a place for young children unless you're completely confident of looking after them on a steep island where there are no safety rails or barriers on the ancient
Unless you can
paths.
attach them with a rope.
That's what they did in this shot, too.
There are no visitor facilities of any kind on the island. There is no water, food, or shelter. You will be on a remote, barren rock exposed to the weather.
You'll have to shit in the corner if you find a
Pretty
corner
much,
to
yeah.
shit in.
I mean, basically, you're there an hour and a half boat ride to this island,
Yeah.
and an hour and a half back, and then 2 hours on the island. No bathrooms the entire time. So 5 hours, you're holding it.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm okay with that. But
Yeah.
if you're
If you're feeling, if you got a little bit of the old regularity there, you may want to.
laterally challenged, you may want to stock up on Depends.
How high up? I guess you go all the way to the top there, right? Looks like.
Yeah. Right up to those little huts that Luke lived in.
Now, historically and outside of the Star Wars universe, these were famous for what? Did anything happen here?
Monks lived on these islands. That's a monastery. A monastery up there. The those cool stone huts that.
There they are. Yeah.
Yeah, that Luke kept the the tomes of the Jedi in.
So did all the Irish watch Star Wars and just go, this is just that place?
Exactly. Oh, look, they're going to Skellig. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, that's cool.
You don't need the Millennium Falcon. You can just take the hour and a half boat ride from Port McGee.
There won't be any off-green milk for you, but I promise you might have to pee, and there's nowhere to do that either. Good luck.
That's right. Exactly. Yes.
Well, what did the monks do when they had to pee?
Right? That's what we're wondering. There's actually people who live, like guides who live on the island in the summer months.
Yeah.
And we're thinking, well, they have to have a bathroom.
Yeah, they're humans.
Awfully selfish
Yeah.
of them to not share.
Exactly. They're not eating raw crab like Tom Hanks.
Right, exactly.
Raw
But
crab.
yeah, we're gonna see. Basically, we laid out all the stuff we want to do, and then said, all right, to Belfast, over here to Derry,
Yeah.
from Derry to Silgo or whatever it's called, down to Galway, down to here, over to here, Kilkenny, Killarney, Cork,
You'll kill Kenny, then Killarney.
Kilkenny,
and then,
Kilkenny, and then kill Arnie.
Yeah,
Or
Arnie.
Kenny and Arnie.
Kenny and Arnie. I mean, Kenny we're used to seeing die, but poor guy.
And listen, Arnie's usually alive at the end of the movie.
That's true. Well, this is exciting stuff. I'm glad.
Sligo,
Now,
that's it, Sligo.
all we have to do is get over the mandatory quarantine thing.
Right, that's the thing, right? Right now, if I were to go to Ireland, no problem. Get off the plane, I'm good to go, run around, hey, check everything out. There are some countries on the mandatory 14-day quarantine list that if you come from one of those countries, you need to hole up in a hotel for 2 weeks before you're able to leave.
And did you say the States is in that group or no?
United States is not in that group.
We're not in
a
that
lot
group.
of a
Okay.
few South American countries, some African countries. I don't know if the UK. I don't know if England is still on that.
They were for a bit because they had
Canada is. Wow, really? Okay.
Oh, really? Canada?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Canada, jeez.
Well, their
But
rollout
Canada
has
was
been
doing all right with this whole thing.
They were in the beginning. I mean, like their kind of avoidance record was better,
Mm-hmm.
but their vaccination record is terrible. They're like having a horrible time getting people vaccinated. We have to send them vaccines because they don't have enough. So that's a thing. But that's okay. We still love them. They're great. They keep.
We
our
love
head
them
warm.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, plans are being made, and everything that I book and schedule, I have to make sure, no change fees or free to change dates if need be. And that's basically like, all right, this hotel or that hotel. Well, this one offers no change fees if we need to move it to another date. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. You'll not be able to change your dates if you do it here.
Exactly.
So hold on. Do you get what's your flight your carrier of choice? Who are you going to fly over there on?
It's looking like Aer Lingus.
Aer Lingus.
Go ahead.
What? That's a thing?
It's Aer Lingus.
What is Aer Lingus? I've never heard of that airline.
They're a very cunning airline provider,
Yeah.
and
I hear it's a stimulating ride, though.
that's right.
So wait, is this an actual thing? Is it like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Aer Lingus. It's the official airline of Ireland, I believe.
Oh, welcome to Aer Lingus.
Yes. Guess what their logo is, Scott? You'll never guess. You'll never guess.
A vagina. A vagina.
It's a shamrock,
Oh,
Scott.
okay. A vagina. I mean, a shamrock shaped like a vagina. Got it. Well, that's awesome.
Yes.
All fingers point north.
I'm hoping that when I get on my plane, I'll be able to find my spot.
Yeah,
where I'm supposed to sit.
There you go. You never know, because it's an elusive seat there in Aer Lingus.
Where am I supposed to sit? Right here in the middle of the canoe? Okay, fine, that works.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everyone knows where that's headed. All right. Well done. By the way, I just wanted to make a quick comment about a weird thing, and I'm going to talk about it more at length on the Boop Show this afternoon. I don't like mechanics. Not people who are mechanics. I don't like them doing mechanical things with cars.
You don't like being a mechanic. If
Right.
You have to.
Right. Car stuff,
mechanics.
freaking F off. I hate it. I hate doing oil changes myself. I don't like doing any of it. I don't like tinkering in there, which is ironic because my dad loved it and did it constantly. He was always trying to get me into it, and I just couldn't do it. He could take the worst car ever and make it run by mid-afternoon. You give me the worst car ever, and we ain't going anywhere. Like, I just can't deal. I hate it. So, it's a little ironic, Jeannie, right? Your dad's into it. Oh, Jeannie's in the chat room, everyone at home listening. This is who I'm talking to now. Yeah. The shoes now fits me. But it's kind of ironic, right? Like let's see, how does it work? It's ironic. No, it's not ironic. You're right. He just likes it and I don't.
Yeah.
It's not ironic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if there was
the
some
apple,
guarantee that
in that case the apple fell far from the
tree, right? And if it was true that we were just like our parents all the time, well, then we'd have a standard by which we could call it ironic that I don't. But because we don't automatically do what our parents like Brian's not a surgeon, doctor, cancer guy.
I'm not, but my dad is.
But your dad is. My
just
dad was
fine.
like super mechanical. I'm not. But when you say, hey, Scott, do you want to be a mechanic but for giant space mechs? Well, then my answer is yes. Because I found this little thing. I'm going to talk about it later, like I said, but I just want to mention it because I've got completely obsessed with this damn thing. It's called Mechanical Simulator. Okay? And it's what it sounds like. You're in this like space garage on some planet. Outside the window, it looks like freaking Blade Runner's happening. But in your garage space area, you are accepting these giant battle mechs through the top of the, thing opens up and it gets craned down and dropped. And then now you've got to diagnose the thing, sometimes wash it. You got to find out what's broken, and then you find out, the left arm's got a missing or a broken widgety witch thing.
Wow,
and so
sounds fun.
It is. It's so fun. Oh my gosh, I love doing it. And you take that arm off, you put it in like a little bench area, and then you got to go like take it apart slowly, and then figure out that's this wire. Okay, well we'll replace that because I have another one, or I can fix it, or I can order a new one. Like literally being a mechanic for giant space mechs, and then making crap loads of money. The jobs themselves don't take very long. It takes, I don't know, your average mech maybe takes 5 to 10 minutes or something. So time is sort of compressed. It's not like a regular car mechanic even where you got to wait days or whatever. But there's something about it. It's just got me by the lip, man. It's so fun. And I just want to do one more mech.
That's funny.
Yeah. So check it out. It's on early access on Steam. It's called Mech Mechanic Simulator. And I'm stupid hooked on it right now.
That's cool.
Let's move on to the news of the day. This here news is brought to you by
Video games are cool, and we all know it. But what's cooler is spending some time with Scott Johnson and Brian Dunaway on The Boop Show, where new video games are talked about every week. Join us live or grab the podcast. Details at frogpants.com/boop.
Yeah, go watch it today. It's going to be good. Dunaway's doing something with chickens. I forgot what it is. Chicken.
Oh, chicken police or chicken security or chicken
cops, chicken detectives.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Chicken security.
Don't know what to think of it. I'll bet you're right with chicken cops, right? Chicken cops?
Chicken cops, chicken police? Yeah,
Cops.
I can't remember.
Game.
Chicken
police. Chicken police, that's it.
It is chicken police.
Yeah.
Okay, I was right the first time.
All right, here's your first news story. It's actually not much of a news story, but kind of a hilarious visual, so chat room, this one's for you today. A young female Japanese biker turned out to be a 50-year-old man with luscious hair, and he's using that face app. So, guy's got like he's become notorious on social media for being this very beautiful Japanese young lady who rides motorcycles all the time. Turns out he's been using that face app the whole time, and it's not him. That's him over there on the right. So look at that guy. There's nothing like this girl.
His hair still looks great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that guy. Look at her down there. Scroll down. You can see like she is working on her bike. Speaking of mechanics.
Oh man, no kidding.
And you probably see that, although her arm's pretty suspect right there. If you look at her, where she's doing the peace sign.
Seriously, this is really real, right?
This is a real thing. This is the face app. He's using that face app, which can make anybody look like anything. And he used it to basically create
face app, like just smooth things over. And
no, it
Wow.
doesn't. You should see the stuff this thing does. My kids got obsessed with it.
That's
And there's still a lot of rumors that like
it's scary, is what that is.
well, there's still people who believe, and whatever, everyone believes everything they want, but there are people that believe that this is being used by that company in China to gather face data, so that they can use it for whatever nefarious means you want. But whatever, we always say this stuff about stuff in China, so I'm not one for that. But here, for example, Brian, I'm gonna put it in your chat. This is my two children.
Okay.
Carter's setting on the left is to make her look like what she would look like if she was a boy with a beard. And then Taylor was supposed to say, well, what do I look like super young? And so now this is the result. That's Face App doing that.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So it does this kind of stuff like crazy. You could do a shot of me and
like you would say those are two very different people, like two completely different but real people.
Yeah.
It's like that website, this person does not exist.
Yeah.
And
exactly. And sometimes that stuff happens. If you look at Taylor's eye, one of them is really screwed up, like bigger than the other one. And see her left eye, I guess. Yeah. It's all bulged out. The one Nick did. Let's see. Do I still have that?
Incredible and disturbing and make it stop.
Yeah, make it end. Can we please have this stop?
How can I believing what I see was like the last thing I had to cling to, Scott.
That's right. Here I am ruining it for you. Here's a fun one. I'll put this up for the chat as well. This is Van. Van is an old person. So there he is, normal chat, and then here he is with the face. Oh, why isn't it working? Hold on.
God, that is
that's annoying. JPG.
That is wacky. Oh my God.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
So there he is like a crazy old Karen who's mad that the manager won't talk to her. That's just ridiculous.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I ordered the Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity.
So anyway, yeah, this guy.
You brought me moons over my hammy.
This guy's busted though. You can't, be pretending that you're some
right, exactly
young cutie girl when you're not. So he's busted.
Wow.
Whatever. There's nothing illegal about what he did. He just, it's like you can't trust anything on the internet. Is the point? Just don't trust anything you see.
Yeah.
Internet's full
which
of crap.
is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Who needs
it's
it?
Fine. We're better off not trusting anything on the internet. Too easy.
Trust is
too
overrated.
easy to create stuff. Exactly. Don't believe all those things written about me in Wikipedia. It's not true.
Yeah. Brian's Wikipedia page is just a big fat lie. All of it. Grape nuts in the news. Grape nuts. Nature's cereal.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's nature's aquarium gravel.
Yeah, it's so bad. I hate it too.
I do too. It's
Apparently,
the worst.
there's been a shortage, and boy,
Impossible.
that's what I would think. I would think
Yeah.
there would be nothing but overages of all grape nuts.
Right,
always.
exactly, yes.
But apparently, no. The grape nut shortage is over. Now the brand is offering to pay back its most fervent fans. So apparently this was an actual thing. Finally, after a nationwide shortage forced fans to begrudgingly slurp bowls of lesser brand cereals, Grape Nuts has reclaimed its rightful place on grocery store shelves. The fibrous cereal is once again fully stocked nationwide, signaling the official end of the pandemic Grape Nuts shortage. They've just said the same paragraph twice in
Really, they did
moved the
totally.
letters
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
They're like these are the this is the word equivalent of like I don't know, Taco Bell ingredients. Just move them around.
That's right. That top one is the chalupa. The second one is the burrito supreme. Same
Yep.
ingredients, just
Yep.
different order.
Says here on this is Post who makes that cereal. Post Consumer Brands announced on Wednesday they're repaying Grape Nuts fanatics for their brand loyalty by reimbursing them up to $150 if they overpaid to get their cereal fixed during the shortage. So if they paid, I don't know, double
Like
on
bought
Amazon.
eBay grape nuts or something? Like what?
But you
What are they
gotta imagine-
reimbursing for? Where were you going to buy a $115 box of grape nuts?
You've got to imagine that Grape Nuts is the most durable ass freaking eBay week-long cereal
no
ever,
kidding.
right?
Oh yeah, right. I mean, grape nuts from 1986. Guess what? Still tastes like a box from 2021.
Yeah, you eat the cereal still. You just get it for the box.
How possible is it that Kellogg's or whoever makes grape nuts
Post.
said, let's just pretend there was a shortage, kind of like the spicy chicken sandwich at Popeyes, and see what happens.
Yeah. Why not? Why, big cereal once again, yanking our chain, turning us against each other. You're right,
Right.
Brian. It's totally what's going on. It says here the Grape
Fake
Nuts
stuff on the internet.
says the cereal made of neither grapes nor nuts. I almost said nether grapes.
Neither grapes nor nuts. Discuss.
Men have nether
Little
grapes.
McClent.
It says, let's see, but wheat and barley were nearly impossible to find in early 2021. Disappointed consumers had the pandemic to thank. Supply chain restraints and higher than usual demand for cereal halted production. Halted it? I think it just stretched it thin is what happened. Anyway, it's not like they went, oh, that's it. Too many people want our cereal. That's it. We're halting it. We're stopping.
Stop it.
That's the wrong word they're using there.
Yeah.
In January, Post assured Grape Nuts fans, Grape Nuts nuts, they say in this chat room, that the brand would return to shelves in early spring as production returned. But the wait was too long for some of these fervent fans, some of whom turned to secondary cereal markets to get their Grape Nuts fix, paying up to $110 a box, according to Post.
Wow.
Well, then they're weird. That's weird.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be on you to reimburse them for that kind of lunacy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
By the way, they finally changed their logo, specifically the font. They kept the one word over the other word, red and purple motif.
Yeah.
But they've changed their font from, oh my God, what is that font that everybody used for T-shirts in the 70s? They used it for Vote for Pedro T-shirts, whatever that font is.
Oh,
I'm usually good with font names. That is,
I think I have it.
yeah.
Well, I found a ripoff version called Grape Nuts on fonts.com. That's not it. That's just somebody copying it. Grape Nuts fonts. Let's see, graffiti fonts. I can't find it
the
either.
the new one is a graffiti one. The old one is Cooper Black. Thank you, Luke Sightwalker. Cooper Black. Yeah.
That's right.
For the longest time, it was like, nope, Cooper Black. We started this in the 60s. We're staying with it.
Yep.
And then,
Oh my gosh, Cooper Black. Who uses Cooper Black for anything anymore? Does somebody use it unless they're being retro and kind of ironic?
unless they're being retro, exactly.
Yeah. I can't imagine it. There it is right there, chat. Quick brown dog
If
fox.
you're making if you want to make a very retro looking T-shirt, just do it in Cooper Black. And
Yep. Or if you want to make like a cool bar that's got like, I don't know, cover bands that play 70s rock or whatever.
right, there you go.
Yeah.
Or even you're a 70s cover band.
Yep.
It's
Lots
a
of
great font to use for your cover band.
oranges and browns. Just kind of your
cover band named Fred Zeppelin should be done in Cooper Black.
Is that a band? Is that real?
No, it should be. It should be Fred Zeppelin.
How is that not a band? Why wouldn't someone do that? That seems such a great idea.
I'm checking just to make sure somebody hasn't already gotten it.
If I could do cover songs of Led Zeppelin, I would be Fred Zeppelin.
Yeah, be a great band, right? Oh my God, there is a Fred Zeppelin tribute band.
Shut up, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's fred-zeppelin.com. Sweet. Yeah, they seem like they're doing all right. They got a little
Actually, they seem to be, yeah.
Songs remain the same. Tribute to the mighty Led Zeppelin by Fred Zeppelin.
Wow.
And they got a bunch of dates coming up. Friday, 21st of May at Licefield Social Club. A bunch of social clubs down in Austin.
Just goes to prove that you can't think of anything that somebody hasn't already thought of and put on the internet.
Yep. Rule 34? No, that's if everyone makes sexy things
porn.
out of your stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And that's pretty true, too. Right? Because if you let me test this. If I type Led
Zeppelin porn.
Well, I'm going to say Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I'll just say porn. Let's see what we get.
Oh, great.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know how any of that has to do with Led Zeppelin that I just saw.
And all of a sudden, Scott's dazed and confused.
I've been in the mood for that movie lately. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like that movie. I like to see it once in a while. It's one of my favorites. All right. Moving on. Grape Nuts, good job. Well done. They're going to pay up to $110 to people. Earlier they said $115, but now it says $110. Yeah, that's weird. Post may up here in the second paragraph, they may reimburse them $115. Down here it says
110. Yeah. So all of a sudden it's like it just took them a long time to write this article, and between writing the paragraph 2 and paragraph 6.
Yeah. The editor never went back to make sure we had some continuity. But if you paid more than $10 for a box of Grape Nuts, Brian, between November and March, you're eligible for up to $115 here. So,
wow,
get on it, because I know you got Grape Nuts all over the house.
So really, it's if you bought multiple boxes or something like that at a legitimate grocery store. If you bought 10 boxes, then you'll get reimbursed $100 or something.
Well, they're just saying
it says 110 per box.
Yeah, they're saying if you spent $10 or more on a single box, or multiple boxes, they'll pay you $110 per box. Just show that they love your loyalty and they're sad that they couldn't get you your cereal when you wanted it.
So after the show, you and I will draft up fake eBay receipts for $115 Grape Nuts auctions, and
done.
We'll both submit those.
Yep.
Perfect.
Sign me up. I was born ready. All right. This truck, this Evergreen container ship thing that got stuck in the Suez Canal.
What was the ship though? The ship isn't Evergreen.
No,
it's
Evergreen. Not Evergreen.
Something with a G.
Evergiven.
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 Okay.
Evergiven. Yeah. So they finally got it moving, and 6 days later it's going. So that story's kind of over. But there's this truck in China that caused a traffic jam called the Evergreen. Well, it was an Evergreen tray, one of the containers you'd see on that ship.
One of the containers.
And set it on the side, and this thing's blocking traffic in the same exact way that the ship is blocking the river.
It's hilarious because it is like a jackknife truck that is blocking traffic.
Yep.
And
isn't that great? That's great.
That is hilarious.
That's freaking great.
Life imitates life.
Let's see. It's sitting in Egypt this morning, says Benjamin. Cool. That's where it's at. Well, good for them. The poor crews on those things. They just had to sit out there and hope they didn't run out of food.
And all the boats stacked up 5 wide behind them, waiting for them to get through the canal, like holding up all of this boat traffic, container shipment traffic.
Yeah. And then they had that tiny little claw machine trying to get it out, which to me, my favorite tweet was somebody said, this picture is the equivalent of me spell checking my to-do list, meaning you're not actually going to get anything done. You're just going to spell check your to-do list.
Gotcha. Okay, that's funny.
Because it's just out there poking at it, doing shit. Although, did it work? I don't know if that's what worked. I didn't catch the end of that story to see how they finally dislodged the damn thing.
I thought it was just them finally digging it all out, and
I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe it was those little things came through. The little
Yeah. So if you're waiting for something from a Kickstarter, chances are, if they're not using, if it is not an excuse of theirs that your thing is on that shipping container, backed up behind the Ever Given, then they'll be using that as their excuse.
That's right. Dead Pollers in the chat says it was a dredger. The dredger. The dredger. Bring in the dredger. We've run out of options. Now, let me ask you this. When the oil spill happened, everybody went, oh, this will be a movie one day. And it was. When the Boston Marathon bomb happened, everyone said, oh, this will be a movie one day. And it was.
Elian Gonzalez. Yeah.
Right. Does this constitute a movie, or is this
feels
too
like
stupid?
It's more on the level of Bodie McBoatface. Like, I don't think we're ever going to get a Bodie McBoatface movie, and I don't think we're going to get an Ever Given movie.
Yeah, probably not. Unless there
but
was
if we do, I want Benedict Cumberbatch to play Bodie McBoatface.
I like it. But unless somebody's on there saying I'm the captain now, then this is not there's no story here. So, starring The Rock, heck yeah, dude, that'd be great. I'd be into that.
Oh, Tiger King will be a movie first. I mean, that's already in the pipeline, isn't Nick Cage attached to that thing?
Right, Nick Cage or somebody.
I think we all wanted David Spade or Rob Schneider or something, but we're getting Nick Cage. Yeah.
I didn't. If I'm gonna make a guess here.
I
don't think that thing gets made. And the reason I don't think it gets made isn't because it's not worthy of making or there isn't a story there. I just think we are so fatigued on that.
Yeah, I think so. Like we're almost.
You know what I mean?
We're almost done. Yeah.
Scream Rant says they've got. Here's the cast so far. Edward Norton as really? Is this true? Hold on. Is that true? Or are they making that up? Yeah. Oh no, I guess this is just what they want.
Yeah, no, if you go to Variety, this is a scripted series from American Vandal showrunner. So isn't American Vandal, is that the one that had the
that was
Versace
the O.J. Simpson, the Versace one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versace, same people, I think. The O.J. Simpson one was really good.
Oh, it was great. It was
Yeah,
really well done.
I loved that.
Amazing casting. I never saw the Versace one, but it won a lot of awards.
Here's who they say should be in it. Okay, I kind of agree with some of this. So Edward Norton, he'd be a pretty good Joe Exotic. Lisa Kudrow as Carol Baskin.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great
That's
casting.
pretty good. Stephen Merchant as Howard Baskin. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Michelle Rodriguez as Kelsey Safri, which is the girl that got her arm cut off.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shia LaBeouf as John Finlay, the guy with the teeth and the no shirt. That would work. Penn Bagley.
No teeth and no shirt.
Who's Penn Bagley? Is Travis Maldonado. I don't know who Penn Bagley is.
Oh, Penn
Some
Bagley or
actor.
Badgley?
Maybe it's Badgley. Oh, it is Badgley. There's a D in there.
It's the guy. He's the guy who played the main character on You. He was also on one of those like Gossip Girls or Gossip Girl or something like that.
Oh.
But he was in that Netflix series called You, where a guy stalks.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was a recommendal of mine.
Okay, he's got a good face for it. I'm looking at him here. He'd be fine. They want John Hamm as Doc Antle, that weirdo.
Oh, with the white ponytail.
Yeah, and his little patch hair on his.
Yes. Oh God. John Hamm. See, so this is the Tiger King movie we want.
Oh, I
Like,
want. This is what
gonna
I
be a
want.
comedy.
Yeah. It's not going to happen, but this is what I want.
Yeah.
Lauren
We're gonna get some-
Lauren Lapkus as Barbara Bala Fisher. Dude, that Lauren Lapkus is funny as hell. She makes me laugh all the time.
She is. When I couldn't sleep one night, I actually watched the David Spade, Lauren Lapkus movie, The Wrong Missy.
Yeah, what'd you think of it? We liked it.
It was actually really funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
She makes it though, right? And it's nobody else.
She makes it. She is a brilliant.
She's so good.
She's like brilliant timing. Although the scene where I know the scene that you probably loved the most was when they were doing the shadow puppetry or shadow dancing.
Yeah.
And the lemon pops out of the guy's butt, and all of a sudden there's like a splash all over the screen that they're all posing behind.
Yeah. That part was gnarly. Not my favorite part, if I had to pick apart.
Oh, really? Okay, I would have put money on that.
I mean, from a what gross got out the most moment, maybe.
Yes.
But she's just hilarious, and
she is. She never got to really show that side of herself on Orange is the New Black, or
no. You know where else she's good?
Was it Jurassic World? Was she in one of those?
Yeah, she was the nerd computer expert person.
Yeah.
They didn't use her very well in that either. But she was great in the first episode with a dude from Community. I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Indian guy, funny guy.
Danny Pudi.
Abed, yes. Her and him are in this first episode of this weird thing. The people that made My Name is Earl and Raising Hope have a show called The Guest Book. Have you seen this?
Okay. No.
Okay. It was almost a recommendal, but I ended up only really liking the first episode. The rest of them are okay. But it's about this town and this vacation spot, and this basically it's a what do you call it? Like a summer ranch home cabin. And people come to it to get away, and they tell the story of the people coming there, and it's always big guest stars in that role that week. But there's also a bunch of extra characters in the town that are there all the time. And it's almost like rated R Earl or Raising Hope, and it's even got our guy from Raising Hope.
We love him.
Dillahunt. He's in there and lives next or has a place next door, so he's in there a bunch, and a bunch of people you've seen in like previous efforts by this producer. Anyway, that first episode with him and this Laura Lapkus chick, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was hilarious, and the rest of the series just didn't live up to how good that first episode was.
So start on TBS. Where is it? Do you know where it is
Hulu,
now?
I believe, is where we saw it. Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I would recommend that. I would recommend at least that first episode, and then see how you feel after that.
Do you know her full name, by the way, is Dorothea Lauren Allegra, or like her full name is Dorothea Lauren Allegra Lapkus.
Oh my gosh, she's tall as she looks. You have a height there.
She's got to be. Yeah, I'm sure
she looks
she's
6'5" or something.
6 something.
Yeah. Very tall lady.
Doesn't say her height. That's kind of funny. I mean, I'm sure somewhere online I can find it, but I'm sure somewhere online I can find pictures of her feet. But
Woody Harrelson is Eric Cowie. Oh my gosh, this is a great casting idea. All right. Anyway, I don't know how we got there.
She needs to be a Saturday Night Live host, by the way.
Oh no, she'd be great, right? Has she not? She probably hasn't been.
She hasn't. No, I mean, or a regular on SNL.
Yeah.
5'10" is what Dan Wally says.
What?
So yeah,
she looks so tall.
She looks so much taller. I guess it's just how lanky she is. You know, she's It makes her look taller.
But gosh dang it, she's funny.
She is hilarious.
Yeah. And so like she can do awkward and uncomfortable in a way that is off-putting and endearing at the same time. Like.
Yep.
Hard to explain.
Yeah. And David Spade is super short, so that probably also.
Oh yeah, that probably did it.
Yeah.
Having what's his name in there annoyed me. The making copies. What's his name?
Rob Schneider.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah, man. He doesn't know how to be a secondary character without making sure that he's the center of everything whenever he's on screen.
He may as well be just saying you can do it or whatever. It's like.
May as well, yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Just that guy. All right, that's it for today's news. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll spend a little time with Justin's not here. What am I thinking? We're going to spend time with you.
We'll spend time with you people.
That's right.
People.
So here's what I want you to do. Get this number ready, 801-471-0462. It's our regular call-in line. We're going to take calls from listeners.
That's right. You have the length of this song to figure out your questions for Call Now.
Yep, that's right.
Call now.
Not now, but in a second. Okay, so when you call, we'll answer your questions. And it doesn't have to be a question. It could be a comment or a thought, or, you saw the Snyder Cut and grew a third nipple as a result and want to tell us about it. Whatever. We're here for you, okay? That's what we're saying. Before that, though, Brian has to introduce said song and then play it.
I do. This is great. So there was a musician passed away, a guy by the name of Emmett Rhodes, and Emmett is a pop musician who had this style that was very much like the Beatles. He was a one-man kind of Beatles pop creator. Okay. He could create songs that sounded like the Beatles. Recorded, played all the instruments himself, etc. Last year, Andrew Gabbard decided he was going to try and do the same thing and kind of do a tribute to Emmett Rhodes doing a tribute to the Beatles. So a little bit of Inception going on here. It's out. It finally is out. And it's in advance of a brand new EP called Homemade Album, which is great. The single is called Promises I've Made. Enjoy this very Beatlesque Andrew Gabbard song.
Mr. Merritt and Mr. Norden are here to witness your demonstration of the vibrator.
I wish I could save you, but I don't like to get out of my chair.
You are not prepared. This is the morning stream.
We're back, everybody. Hopefully I give you enough time to have that number memorized and put it into your phones, because we're going to need them in a second. But Brian, you want to repeat the title and artist so people
totally do that. That was Andrew Gabbard from the upcoming LP Homemade Album with his song Promises I've Made.
Fantastic. All right, you guys, it's time for this.
Call now.
Call now. That's right. Get your phones handy and get them ready, because we're just going to take your calls. And you know what? If you're missing like political commentary from Justin and you have a hot take and you want to go, the new election law in Georgia is a piece of shit and here's why I hate it, or whatever, I'll even entertain those. You could call in and say, Brian's shirt is too many colors. You could say,
too many colors.
His shirt of many colors. Whatever. That's what I'm saying. There are no rules. Mm-hmm. So call at your will and ask what you want. That again is 801-471-0462. I see TV's Travis in there. He could call.
He could totally call.
Yeah, former contestant on the ANTP show.
That's right. Claire's at work, so she won't call.
That's fine. She's probably drunk, so it's fine. It's okay.
Jeannie never wants us to hear her voice, so she'll never call.
Yeah. Greg for Walkman, he could call. He has Walkman.
He could call. Yeah. Stoic Squirrel, don't be stoic. He could call.
Yeah. All these people could call.
I feel like we're, speaking of Saturday Night Live, we're Jay Moore doing the Christopher Walken. I don't know why none of you are calling right now.
Well, we do have one caller. Let's find out who this is. Thanks for holding. Who's this?
It's Natalia.
Oh, look what we got here. Hey, I was going to tell you something. What was it? Oh crap!
It was about her entry in yesterday's Battle Royale.
As soon as I heard it, I went, "Freaking Talia!" Yeah, of course. Thank you for that. We appreciate that. Any kind of
very good.
Yeah, Penis Entry is our is our favorite cover band.
Penis Entry.
Hey, it's good to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Well, right now on my mind is that I wish I had both hands so I could submit Penis Entry for the show title.
Well, where's your other hand? Where you got one? Oh, one hand on the phone, and I get you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, do you have any more questions? I want to educate you.
Oh, you want to educate us? All right. Questions about like what? In what category would you like us to ask them?
It is grammar.
It is grim. Is that what he
said? Grammar.
Oh, grammar. Oh, okay.
Do we have any grammar questions?
Yeah. Let's do one. This came up yesterday with the kids. So everybody was over yesterday, and the baby was here, and there was something came up, and somebody said, "I don't think you say it like that, Dad." And I said, "No, you do." I can't remember.
Man.
Gosh dang it! We have a PhD person on the phone, and we don't.
Right.
And I can't think of a thing. Brian, you think of one.
Well, I know that this came up part of a newsletter I read the other day, but lo and behold, or when you say lo these many years ago, it doesn't have a W. It's like LO and behold.
Oh, is that true?
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, was that your email or your newsletter? I can't remember if it was your.
It wasn't on mine. Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah, it was totally in yours.
Okay, so was it really? Did I really do that? I put low LOW.
LOW. Low these many years ago.
Okay, let's throw it to Talia. Where have we screwed up? Where have we gone wrong?
Brian's right.
All right. Well, this is a simple game.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Yeah, this is too easy.
Super easy. Let's try.
Remember what? So do you remember the context, like what you guys were talking about yesterday when you had your?
I think maybe I was talking. Well, it was the rice bowls, right? So I probably said.
No. I mean, when you were yesterday, when you were. Yeah.
No, it was good though. It was like, Dad, you say this
feels
wrong.
like it would be a perfect question for this.
Yeah, and I said, I don't think I say it wrong. And they said, no, you definitely do say it wrong, but I can't remember what it was. And now I'm going to be annoyed all day. And then Carter will tell me, and I'll be pissed that I couldn't remember. It was something dumb. Something dumb and small, like, not like waint or both or any of those things. It was something else.
Right. We know how that goes.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I got one for you. This is separate. They're different. But the other day my daughter was saying, what is it called when people put uhs and ums in between things? You probably know that, Talia. So what does it mean? Go ahead.
They're just pause words or something. It's actually that's one of the interesting things is like that's one of the most universal quote unquote words is it's like very persistent in I think most or all languages or something. That's very universal. It's
because we all have this need to like cause. We all have to cause a pause while we think of stuff, right? Isn't that the whole idea? Probably.
Yeah, and it changes. That actually changes between languages. So we have and like and all of those. But then if you're in say France, I they have kind of a nonsense word, but it's not exactly a nonsense word.
Sure.
But like
Interesting. Yeah,
like I would say cool. The Chinese have one, which I will not repeat because it sounds very close to a racial slur.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying the N-word. I know that one.
Yeah, I'm not saying that one.
Yeah, it's I've done it before. I've done it on the air before, but I won't even now because it's too close to the N-word. But basically, it sounds like you're saying the N-word twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when I was in China, it was just all over the place.
The French filler word is really.
really.
Well, it's interesting you say that because it is common in French to say like their equivalent is très, and so it is very common for them to just say that a lot to emphasize. So, c'est très con, or something
Really?
like that.
Really?
So
that's
he's
interesting.
actually kind of directly translating from the way he speaks in French. So really, but it doesn't quite.
Yeah, I've heard him do that before, Patrick, and when he's talking in French, and I always wonder what the crap he was saying because I don't know French. But
a while back, actually earlier this month, Oscar from Iceland wrote in and said, "Here are a few words that Scott pronounces differently."
Oh yeah.
All right. So, what do you call the red condiment that you put on hamburgers?
Ketchup.
Yeah.
Ketchup. Is that wrong?
I know he claims that you pronounce it catch-up.
Catch?
Like catch-up. Yeah.
Oh, I'd say ketchup.
You say ketchup. Yeah.
Hey, do we have any ketchup? I say ketchup. Yeah, he's wrong.
What do you take with your camera phone? Or with your camera?
Photos.
What's another word for photos?
Photograph. Pictures.
There we go. Yeah, you say picture. He says you say picture.
Pictures. You take any pictures? I do say that.
You do say pictures. Yeah, you do.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm going to stop doing that because that's
What do you look in to see your reflection?
A mirror.
Yeah, he says you say mirror without saying without making it two syllables.
Let me think if I do it in a natural conversation. Somebody got a mirror? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, mirror.
I don't know when I've ever asked if someone had a mirror, but that sounded right.
Do you have a mirror?
Do you have a mirror? Yeah, mirror. I kind of put an ear on the end, but he's right. I kind of do that one wrong. Yeah, what else did he have? Was that it? Is that all he had?
I think that's it. He wanted me to try and get you to say them like TMS Bingo.
Oh, he was gonna. Back in the day, Brian used to try to make me do that all the time. Those were dark days, dark times.
Those were dark days. Yeah.
All right, I got one more question for you here. Why does every other social media post, YouTube video, TikTok video, this sort of stuff, when it's somebody on video, why do they start their sentence with the word so? And that's a problem as far as I'm concerned, because it annoys the crap out of me. So when people do this, they'll go like no other introduction.
Don't know how to begin a conversation without going. So the other day I was in blah blah blah.
Yeah, I hate that. Why can we not do that? Let's not do that. Tally, weigh in on that one.
Okay, boomer.
The other day. So yesterday I was on Highway 93 coming home, and somebody was driving really aggressive behind me. Right, they're like on my butt, and finally I get to a place where there's a second lane, and I'm going a little bit over the speed limit. They're wanting to go a lot faster than me, and I pull into the second lane, the side lane, and they zip by, and I see that they're driving a BMW. And without thinking, I go, okay, Beamer. I didn't even think about it in that context, meaning, okay, Beamer.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, all right. I feel like we've learned something today. Anything else to add there?
Well, I mean, if you want a real answer, I don't really know, but I would guess that it's more conversational, and TikTok wants people to be, feel like pals or something. So it's kind of an effect of more familiarity.
Yeah.
But you're just an old man complaining about.
Yeah, I do. That's what I do.
The way of the future, man.
Here's the thing, though. Like, there's how do I explain this? Like, it is a different way of speaking in modern. I don't know, in modern social media, let's say. Isn't that just what we always like? We always the language will evolve to just adhere to cultural changes, right? Like, if it was the 70s, us saying groovy man wouldn't have been that weird. But now it sounds weird or ironic, or we're just being goofballs. But back then they were being serious. It's like, hey, that's pretty groovy. You play guitar all the time. Far out. Like, that stuff sounds dumb now. But for a while there, we were super into it. And maybe at one point we'll look back and go, I can't believe we started so many videos with the word so. And it'll be a fun thing to look back on. But that's all we're doing. We're taking, in this case, English, and just saying, well, let's apply it to today's weird thing we're doing. Stick it on like a big sticker right on top. See how it works? I know how language works. I'm a genius.
Where's the fart noises?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how people should begin their YouTube videos.
That's right.
All right. So I was going to tell you about.
Some of them might, actually. I don't know. Tally, it's always nice to talk to you. Bye now. All right. That number's 801-471-0462. You could be the next person to
call now,
and you could get an answer from us about things. You got something burning. Just get it in here.
Burning question about. The cat's gone. I was going to say about me or Scott or the cat.
Oh, where's no cat?
Empty bed. Empty bed.
Oh man. Well, it's better. It
looks like a what are those bran squares? Those bran that cereal that looks like
grape nut squares.
Yeah, not grape nut squares.
Hold on, I know what you mean. Hold on. They are.
Yeah, they're like bran. They're rings.
Yep.
Made of bran.
Yep.
Cracklin' oat bran.
Cracklin' oat bran. Yep, that'll put your colon through the works.
And no shortage of cracklin' oat bran.
No, you could get that all through that time. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this?
Hi, Wolfman99. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Wolf, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm one of the people who's Justin's bane of existence. So.
Oh, really?
I'm really bummed that he's not here.
Yeah, no kidding. Is it?
No. I'm the guy. I'm the guy who's a biologist, and I'm the guy who basically was saying plague ending never type of thing. So
oh, gotcha.
He just loves me. It's happy joy.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to call and thank you guys. I remember listening to Extra Life Radio, and you made WoW. Because I started in February instead of November because I wanted to let the system actually be able to be playable. And I love the way you guys talked about WoW because you were so wrong.
What were
not
happy just being the bane of Jerry's existence, I see.
Right. What was it that was wrong in your mind?
No, you guys were basically, it was early on. It was hilarious. You were talking about mechanics. And there was mechanics you hadn't played, or it was the best comedy act I've ever seen. I couldn't tell half the time, and it was just hilarious. It was little. You know how us nerds get sometimes, where it's like, my God, you put a period where it should have been a comma.
Oh yeah,
that's how it's done.
I get that way all the time, especially if it's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good example lately, but if somebody in my Twitter timeline will say, I don't know what's how comes? Oh, I know what it was. The other day, someone says Zack Snyder already made this movie. Why is he doing it again? And he's missing all the nuanced conversation about Joss Whedon stepping in and why he had to step in and the death of his daughter or his son? But anyway, Zack Snyder's death in the family that pulled him away from the production, and like all of these things sort of contributing to ultimately him saying, well, let me just take this back and do the thing I wanted to do. And like it or hate it, there's just a story there, right? And I hate it when people have all this like simplified version of it, like, well, they already put it out. What you didn't like it then?
Right.
Why do you get to do-overs? No, it's not. It's not quite the same as just getting to do a do-over or whatever. This isn't a director's comment or a director's cut in the traditional Ridley Scott Aliens or Blade Runner.
This is like halfway between that and the Hateful Eight thing that Tarantino did.
Yes. Oh, that's so good as an example. Although I think that they may have done a little better with that because they went ahead and chunked it into 4 pieces instead of leaving it all. I mean, you can watch it, but you know, all in one go if you want to. But I like that on Netflix that thing's separated for some reason. It makes me feel like
episodes.
Yeah.
I totally watched Justice League Snyder Cut as different episodes, and I just watched until I got to another chapter marker and then came back and watched another one.
That's what I got to do. That's the only way I'm going to be able to handle that thing, I think, if I finally
Can't eat an elephant in one bite. You got to slice it into chunks.
Yeah. Unless you're a giant alien tentacle creature who can fit an entire elephant in its mouth. Then you can do it. Yeah. There's always a way, Brian. If there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, so those were old days, man. I look back. I tried to listen to some old Extra Life Radio episodes recently, and I can't do it. It was a long time ago. I didn't know nothing about nothing, and I did a lot of, You guys remember when I used to do ding pong? Do you remember that? I can't do that now. I do that now. I'm in huge trouble, even though it was just like an impression of my brother, basically. But
you always used to do it with, it's okay, my brother's Korean.
Yeah, I justified it because my brother is Korean. What a stupid thing to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing, I want to thank Kim, because without Kim in your life, you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be as funny. You wouldn't be any. I mean, no offense intended. I've been married 30 some years, so I'm an old guy, and I understand the situation. But yeah, Kim is it's the old completion thing.
No, you're not wrong. Like she would agree with you, and I agree with you. I don't know that I'd be dead or in a gutter somewhere, but I don't think I would. She grounds me in a way that was desperately needed in my life. So fair point. Nice to talk to you. Always good to see you. Thanks for calling in. All right, Brian.
All right.
We got time for one more of these. And the number is 801-471-0462. If you haven't written it down yet, we already got one coming in. Let's just answer it. Hello, thanks for calling in. Who's this?
Hello, this is Shane Maddox.
Hello, Shane.
Hey, Shaved Maddox.
He's often shaved, but never not Shane. Anyway, it's good to have you on. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, that doesn't sound like you're doing great. What can we do to help?
I don't believe it one bit.
Is there anything we can do here to help you with your weird day you're having?
Well, actually, so you're using the Streamlabs OBS? Is that you're using that, Scott?
At the moment, no. I'm using for show production. I'm still using good old fashioned OBS, and there's a kind of a weird fiddly reason why. Well, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
So, doing screen switching between Brian and I, like I'll do right now for the chat. So there's me, and there's Brian, and I can go back and forth at will, and go back to our dual screen and do this very easily without even thinking about it or focusing on it, because in regular OBS for the Mac or PC for that matter, the scenes pane where you have your different scenes you can choose. Those are also key selectable alphabetically. What I mean by that is I can label them, for example, and I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a dash, and then whatever the screen is. So if number 3 is 3- Scott, which is my cam. Brian is 4- Brian. When I'm looking at like a web page or something, I'm showing the chat room a video, 5- screen, and so on. And what I can do is I literally just rest my hand up on the number keys, and I know that Brian's on 4, I'm on 3, and I can switch without even thinking about it or doing anything.
Cool.
And at home, everyone's like, "Oh, he's got his fancy camera switching." Not really. I'm just hitting keys. Now, for whatever reason, Streamlabs doesn't support this very basic sort of non-feature. Because I have to admit, I made it a feature. It's not like a thing they advertise.
Right.
But because they don't let me do this, it really throws me, and I have to use a mouse to do that navigation, and that is a pain. So being able to
you don't have one of those Stream Deck things with the little buttons.
I have one. I use it on my PC though, and don't use it as much as I thought I would because of this. If I didn't have this option, then that is what I'd be using for sure.
Sure, makes sense. Yeah.
But the other nice thing is now all my shows kind of have this same template. I sort of do it for everything now. It's just different people, different scenes or whatever. And I'm so used to it, I'm not sure I could go back very easily. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that is why I use that.
I'm using Streamlabs. If you have a Streamlabs OBS, if you have a specific question about that.
I am actually on traditional OBS, and you did actually answer my question incidentally, because I was wondering specifically if you do manually go from camera to camera like that.
Yeah,
or if
no,
there was something automated.
I get that question a lot, so I'm glad that's what you were seeking. It's a thing that I just kind of figured out over time messing with things and went, oh, this lets me hotkey, and it works with letters too, I should say. So if you wanted to do it like B was Brian and S was Scott, that's great. But see, the problem I ran into there was Scott and Screen both start with an S. So I'd have to change Screen to something else. Or if there are two Brians on the show, like Dunaway and Ibbott or whatever, and we were doing video, then I'd have to, come up with something better. So the numbers thing worked. And it's just a simple, weird kind of life hack that worked. So I highly recommend it. I wish Streamlabs did, because I like Streamlabs a lot for other reasons. There's a lot of really cool functions and features in that thing. I think it's better at like determining best output settings when you go live and some other stuff like that. And integration with their alert system and all that stuff's cool, but it just doesn't have this one basic thing. And they did. I should say this: Streamlabs did introduce. I think Brian's using it for his cat. They introduced the virtual camera thing on Streamlabs.
Oh, yeah. Did they really? I just reused regular OBS for the.
Well, regular
camera.
OBS, you know how it's got the button right up front?
Yeah.
So it's super easy to get to.
Streamlabs
has it, but it's a little more buried. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just like a link or two, or a click or two below a menu somewhere, but it does support it now. So, I mean, if you look at it, Streamlabs is really just a fork of the open source that is OBS. They just kind of took it and said, well, we're going to take this in our own direction. But the underpinnings, the guts are sort of still the same. But this one little thing, this one little, like, I don't know, this abnormality of one lets me hotkey and the other one doesn't, that made all the difference for me. So,
yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, I hope that helped.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to talk to you. Go shave your Maddox, or however that works.
Hey-o.
That's going to do it for your calls. Thank you for calling in. We love a call now when it happens. Except we missed Yuri, and we wish him the best in his move.
Yeah, hope his travels are going well.
Yeah, we can't imagine there'll be any issues. I mean, I don't know how many drive-in stops you can find that have vegan food, so Ashley, good luck on that. But I'm sure Justin will navigate the highways and byways of this fine nation just fine and make it there safe. All right, that's it for the show. Quick reminder about the Boop Show this afternoon, 3:30. Mentioned it earlier, but it's happening today live, and I'm just excited because I want to talk about this damn Mech Mechanic game, and I want to do it with you guys. So come show up and listen, and then find out what Chicken Police is about from Brian Dunaway. That's today at 3:30 Mountain Time, or on the podcast afterwards. And I think between now and tomorrow, that's all there is. Unless, Brian, you've got something. Anything popping today besides...
Nothing, no shows popping. Oh, well, yeah, I don't think we're doing it live. I'm going to be a guest on the Botched podcast. They're doing Patreon episodes, which is why I don't think they're going to be live. But if you're a fan of live D&D, like There Will Be Dungeons, the Botched crew is creating a special time travel-y edition of a D&D campaign that we're going to run for 2 hours tonight.
Oh, that's great. Little one-off.
Yeah. Little one-off. So going to see how that goes. Should be fun.
People keep asking when Brian will be a one-off guest on There Will Be Dungeons, and I
keep asking that too.
Yeah, we should just make it happen. I don't know why we don't.
We should make it happen. That's right. Next campaign change whenever it's convenient. Totally.
Yep. That's right, and we will do that one live. We'll do it live. All right,
do it live.
That's going to do it for the show.
So that's that. 3 new ANTP episodes just hit the stream this morning. The submissions from 3 of our contestants, or our 3 teams. So go to America's Next Top Podcaster and check those out. It's the education week, so we had like earth science, space science, and biohacking or biology.
Yep, there you go. all sounds fun. Check it out. Patreon.com/TMS is how you support this show. We are nearing the very end of the month. If you still want to get in under the wire, get all the bonus content that we give out, you can still do it before the month ends, or do it at the top of the next, whatever floats your boat, whatever floats your evergreen. So get in there and check it out. Patreon.com/TMS. It is literally how the show continues to be on the air. So thank you for your support, any of those who have given it. Frogpants.com/TMS for everything else. And don't forget, you can email us your thoughts and feelings, whatever they may be, at themorningstream@gmail.com. All right, that's it. Let's get out of here. Brian, do you have a song to play before we go?
I do. Amanda Peterson wrote in and said, I just found this song and I've fallen in love with the original. Please find an amazing cover of it and play it anytime. Thanks. Quick request, right, from Amanda. So originally, a song that was written and originally released by Joan Baez, good old 60s and 70s stalwart Joan Baez, covered very famously by Judas Priest.
Whoa.
And also by a band called Thunderstone. We're going to hear the Thunderstone version right now. This is a song that she wrote about Bob Dylan, although she never really publicly said it was about Bob Dylan. I guess she did in her book, but it was always speculated that it was about Bob Dylan. This is the song Diamonds and Rust, performed by Thunderstone back in 2005. Here's Diamonds and Rust.
Nice. Shout out to Carter, my daughter, who is a massive Judas Priest fan. She loves
them.
Cool.
Then she'll like this.
Yeah. Listens to their new music too. They got new albums, and
they have new music.
Oh yeah, she loves it too.
Wow.
She's like, these guys haven't skipped a beat, Dad. Check it out. And she'll play me some new song. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. They actually do sound pretty good. It's impressive that they're still holding up like they are. Anyway, all right, here it is. We'll see you guys tomorrow on a new TMS. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
A rodent.
Yeah, rodent.
Rodent.
Float.
Yeah.